Hey folks, we're starting the week off with a surprise announcement for the Crusader Kings 3 team, and that is that we're going to get a dev diary tomorrow, not on Chapter 4, that will be on Wednesday, but we're actually going to get a dev diary tomorrow about the free update that is coming to the game soon. We knew this was coming, it was in the year in review dev diary last year, talking about 2025. They did mention that there was going to be an update that would bring improvements, fixes, and quality of life features as well. And today we have that announcement again. This is going to be 1.15 crown. And as they say, it's going to be a major update that brings improvements to the foundation of the game. And there was one screenshot included in this. You can see that on the screen at the moment. It's an ally army and nothing too crazy here apart from you can see there's a new icon in the top left-hand corner, that kind of like circle with 4 arrows. And then if you look at the text at the bottom, it says gathering in Roma for a great holy war. So it looks like some of the Crusade features we thought might come as a DLC might actually be coming as part of this free update, because looking at this, now this won't be just for Crusades, but this was the example they gave in the screenshot, and we'll find out more tomorrow. It looks like you're going to have maybe like staging places where when a Crusade is announced, you actually gather somewhere else and then travel all together on the Crusades. Now, if that is how this works, and I imagine it is just by the wording of it, gathering in a location for a great holy war, I think this would solve a lot of the major problems with Crusades, because the biggest problem, as we all know, is that armies kind of arrive there piecemeal, little armies arriving, kind of trickling into the Holy Lands, and then they just get stack wiped by the armies waiting for them. If they do actually gather up and travel all together, I talked about this in a video last year actually, that would be a lot better because the armies would be unified, you'd have a good commander probably in charge of them, and then Crusades would more be like major armies arriving. There would be some smaller battles as well, but I think you'll get a lot more like one army versus another and having a big old fight, and not these problems that we see where armies kind of just trickle in, as I said, and then they just get wiped and wiped and wiped, and then the Crusade fails. And that is pretty much how all Crusades go. You know, let me know in the comments down below, but that's pretty much how I always see Crusades happen. And I think it's the same for most people. I think this will work a lot better for these wars. Do let me know what you think in the comments down below, though. But it does look like potentially we aren't going to get Crusades in a DLC. It looks like we might get Crusade improvements just in this free patch, which would be awesome. So we'll see what news we get on this tomorrow. The other thing I will show off, in case this was missed last year, they did show off 2 other features they are bringing as part of this patch. The first one you can see is automated army settings. This is a feature they kind of already have on console, but it is coming to the PC edition. And as you can see, you're going to be able to like change settings on how this works. So especially for like rebels and things like that, you can have your armies just be automated, just let them go off and do whatever they want. This will, I think, get rid of some of the annoying micromanagement of small wars, or even, you know, bigger wars, make them a little bit more interesting to play out. Maybe you'll have one army that you play, and then you have another army that's like defending or sieging down or something along those lines. Again, we'll find out more information about this tomorrow. The other thing they had shown off previously is that the minor court positions is getting a UI rework. You can see that on the screen at the moment. It makes it look a little bit more like the normal council UI, and so many of these roles already had like the minor tasks where you can choose between the 3. It looks like most of these, if not all of them, are going to get the 3 different kind of tasks that you can give them to make sure they're doing something that is going to help you. So we'll see again more news about that tomorrow. It looks like maybe the dev diary tomorrow is going to be pretty big. I'll be covering on the channel. There'll be a video up as soon as possible because they're going to have to cover all 3 things we've talked about today and then everything else that's coming in the patch. And then the patch itself, I would think that would come out before the Chapter 4 DLC. We'll get the announcement on Chapter 4 on Wednesday. Maybe it'll be like a month or 2 before the first DLC. So maybe this patch is going to come in the next week or 2. Hopefully that is the case, and we can play on the free update, see how that all works, and then we'll get the DLC shortly afterwards. But anyway, we'll leave it there for today. Just a quick video. I wanted to talk about this before the next teaser kind of image comes out later on today, and I'll be covering that as always on the channel. But if you've enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new here, do subscribe to the channel. I cover Crusader Kings, all the dev diaries, all the news. I do campaigns on live streams, and we talk about the game news and all that kind of stuff on there as well. It's good fun. Do join. There'll be one later on tonight, and we can talk about all the news today. But we'll leave it there for today, and I'll see you all next time.